How strong is number 9, who successfully seized the power of number 2? Facing the strongest defense team, two top-tier teams jointly encircle and suppress them. Number 9 can easily block all attacks, and even surround with a counterhand. He forced the both of them to retreat in vain, while Keklu was unable to accomplish anything. There was simply no way to fight at this level. He had no room to intervene. All they can do is pin their hopes on the male lead and the captain. As number 9 unleashed a powerful punch that tore through the air, the male lead immediately tightened his grip. Fist wins and goes up. But what he never expected was, his own power was completely suppressed by the opponent. Just as number 9 was about to leave confidently, his right arm suddenly reacted with rejection, fell to the ground. Seeing this scene, Minghai immediately go all out. He rushed forward and have number 8 continue attacking with him. Using the bright sea of retina, which can predict the future, he quickly discovered number 9's weak spot. Just as he fired with all his might, the male lead filled with anger and sorrow. He concentrated all his strength into a powerful punch with his right hand. The clever number 9 was blasted hundreds of meters away, and the clever number 9 immediately realized the problem. It seems that number 8's attack will not only hinder his recovery, it can also intensify the body's rejection response, without a doubt. Number 8 must be the biggest obstacle to achieving his goal. As number 9's other arm fell with a sound, the male lead and Minghai seemed to see hope for victory. Now, all that remains is the final blow to completely eliminate number 9. But unfortunately, number 9 had already thought of a countermeasure. He unwrapped all his outer shells. A powerful energy immediately surged toward him. It was the ultimate move of monster number 2 that destroyed cities back in the day. When the dust settles, number 9's body was reduced to half of it. It seemed the battle was over. Unexpectedly, the two of them actually managed to withstand it with all their might, just as the male lead and Minghai were about to fight back. But number 9 suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Then he split his head into two, and launched attacks on the communicator and Chikolo. With his understanding of humanity, in this situation, the two could not just stand by and watch someone die. And the outcome was exactly as he had expected. Before leaving, number 9 transformed into 4 male dogs again, stated, when he makes his next move, the era of monsters will arrive. The male lead and Minghai are filled with resentment, but they are powerless. Soon, news of Lim Gong's death spread throughout the country's defense units. A solemn funeral was also prepared for him, but as a daughter, Chikalu, but he never showed up. At this moment, he was filled with guilt, blaming himself for being too weak, which led to the failure to save his father. So he wanted to become stronger. After successfully defeating number 9, they came to mourn their father. Faced with Chikalu's determination, Minghai promised to train him into someone second only to himself. However, but the male lead has a bad experience. After this great battle, his body actually had parts that could not return to human form. In other words, if he continues to transform in the future, one day he will completely become a monster. In fact, the male lead was well aware of this, but in order not to see his companions injured anymore, he already had the answer in his heart. Given the male lead's current situation, Minghai had the right to let him leave the defense squad. But now he had to rely on number 8's power. No matter what means he used, he was determined to take down monster number 9. And next, it was the time for their defense team to counterattack. Meanwhile, Deputy Captain Bulk moved out of the research institute and walked to a piece of equipment. What appeared before his eyes was monster number 10 with only its head left.